You are already a multi-trillionaire.
Lady, like all those people in that church can't be multi-trillionaires.
Givers in the house, where are you? I mean in real time. Where are you? God bless you. This is $1,000. We're the $1,000 givers. Is that all? We're the $1,000 givers. Where are the 10 individuals in the house that should be given $1,000 tonight? 1, 2. Where the other 8? Do you know that we are now moving from partners to patrons? Solomon had 12 men that bankrolled his personal budget. This is why he can go out and build the kingdom, because he had no worries about meeting his family needs. But he only needed 12. I'm British American, and if it's anything like the king, his budget is pushing into $1 billion a year. You are already a multi-trillionaire.
Flag on the play.
Lady, this was just unnecessary. Like, this is... Okay, first, she ups the bar. She moves the people that were given from the $20 to $100. Then she ups it, and she's looking for the $1,000 givers, right? So she wants, in real time, right? She's continuing to prompt the people to say, is that all? We had all of that. Then she puts a number on it. She says she wants to know, where are the other 10 $1,000 givers? And I'm like, I can't be the only one seeing this, right? Like, how on earth does she even know that there are 10 people who have the capacity to give $1,000? Here's the hustle, y'all. She don't know. She doesn't know definitely if there are 10 people who will give $1,000, but she's banking on the fact that if she continues her manipulation, her guilt trip, her shaming tactics, that she can coerce people to get up out their seat and give her $1,000, y'all. And she's manipulating some more people by asking, is that all? And they're repeating, is that all? And she's looking for like the real cash, right? She's looking for the cash. And then, y'all see her move that microphone? She basically telling you, oh, y'all not loud enough. She needs y'all to egg on, because the louder y'all scream, the more likely it is that the fools in the audience who need to have them give her $1,000, the louder they are, the quicker and easier it is for the people to part with their money. She needs to help motivate the people to go on and get up and give her the money. Y'all, I'm trying to stay calm. I really am. But it's so hard because I can't tell you how many times, I allowed this to happen to me. Y'all remember, I wasn't a victim, and neither are these people, right? They are willing participants because they want what she's selling, right? So we let her continue. And then the last part where we left off, y'all, she says, you were already a multi-trillionaire. I'm like, is she serious? Now, I know she's serious in the sense that she seriously needs them to believe her. But y'all, that comment is just crazy. Lady, like all those people in that church can't be multi-trillionaires, because America doesn't even have that much wealth for that statement to be true. Y'all, there are no trillionaires in the world. Like, not in America, in the world. There's no individual that is claimed trillionaire status, yet somehow she makes this foolish assertion, and the people just sit there and shout and claim it as if there's like some validity to what she's saying. I'm like, this is so absurd. But you know what? I get it, right? When your heart is trained in greed and you love the world and not God above all else, you believe anything that is promised to give you what you want, or a way to get you to covet what it is that you really want, which is money. Right? Y'all, this woman's not preaching. I'll tell you this. When you grow up poor, you really flock to messages like this. Because you're like, I don't want to be poor no more. Right? You're like, I don't want bologna sandwiches. You know, I don't want no government cheese. You know, you just want the next level. So you will latch on to this. Because it's what's in your heart. They're offering you what they're selling, what you already want. So it's easy.
You have trillions of cells in your body right now. 1,000 times a trillion is how much? Number 3, God bless you as you give. Where's number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, number 8, number 9? The moment $1,000 looks like a lot of money, you're in trouble. That's what you give your grandchildren to go to get candy with. That's what you take your BFF out for dinner with. Number 4, amen. That's number 4. Where's number 5?
Y'all heard it. She actually says the moment $1,000 looks like a lot of money to you, you're in trouble. Y'all, this part to me was one of the most shameful things that she could have said, but you know, she ain't got no shame. So that's why she said it. Let me break this part down for you. So the reason why she said this is, first of all, the way that this manipulation tactic works, if she can gaslight you and shame you for thinking that $1,000 is not a lot of money, right? Then she succeeded, because remember, she just told you, you're a trillionaire, like a multi-trillionaire. And I'm like, I just told y'all, there are no trillionaires in the world, but somehow the way this pulpit pimpery works, if you somehow think that she's making sense, I don't know. Look, if you're the mark, right? You're the mark. And, you know, if you were crazy enough to give a G, 1,000, like, you know, Fonnie Willis calls it a G, then everyone, if you're gullible enough to do it, everyone is going to look at you as someone of status and prominence. And then they'll want to follow suit, because the goal is for them to be cash money, big bucks too, right? So if she can convince you that you're going to be a trillionaire, and then you start to believe that because she repeats it over and over again, and then tries to say, you know, $1,000, like that's money that you give to your grandbabies to buy candy. She know darn well that average Americans are not giving their grandchildren $1,000 to go get candy. But if she can convince you that that's what she does and gives, I don't even know if she got grandkids. She probably don't. I don't know. I can't confirm or deny that. But if she could just paint this picture that, you know, well, good grandmas, they don't give you $5 in your hand. You know how your grandmother used to pass you the $5 all balled up because she didn't want nobody to see it? Good grandmas, they do $1,000. And guess what? It's just for candy. Or if she can convince you that $1,000, like when you and your BFF go to brunch, y'all spending $1,000. Like where y'all going to eat? Because I know here in Atlanta, I mean, we have some bougie spots, but listen, the moment brunch is costing $1,000, we not going no more. So she wants you to believe that that is normative, that this is how you are supposed to be functioning, moving in the world. And if you're not, you're somehow sitting there like, well, no, when me and Monique went to get brunch, I mean, it set us back maybe like $125, but it wasn't $1,000. The goal is for you to start to think twice about, well, I guess I ain't really doing it like I'm supposed to. I'm living beneath my means. I am supposed to go to brunch with my BFF. I'm supposed to pay, and we supposed to run up the tab $1,000. This is the manipulation tactic. People who are listening to this, they all want to experience life with a lot of money. And I'm not saying that there's actually anything wrong with money. Y'all, I'm a capitalist. I told y'all, of course. I don't believe that there's something wrong with money. But the scriptures teach us that the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil. And that for some people, when you are eager to get the bag like that, you will wander from the faith and pierce yourself with many griefs. Y'all, that's 1 Timothy. 1 Timothy 6. Let me just read it real quick. It's talking about false teachers and true contentment. And Timothy, the Apostle Paul is writing to Timothy saying, teach and urge these things. If anyone teaches a different doctrine, does not agree with the sound words of our Lord Jesus and the teaching that accords with godliness, he is puffed up with conceit and understands nothing. He has an unhealthy craving for controversy and for quarrels about words, which produce envy, dissension, slander, evil suspicions, and constant friction among people who are depraved in mind and deprived of the truth. I would argue that the people here, they are definitely deprived of truth, just like I was. When I was there, I was, yes, deprived of the truth. Imagining that godliness is a means of gain. Then it says, but godliness with contentment is great gain, for we brought nothing into the world, and we cannot take anything out of the world. But it's so simple. The Apostle Paul is trying to drill it down to the bare bones, what is most important, what we need to understand. But if we have food and clothing, with these, we will be content. But here's the caveat. Those that you're not content with just your food and the clothing, this is where the problem is going to come. But those who desire to be rich fall into temptation, into a snare, into many senseless and harmful desires that plunge people into ruin and destruction. Why? For the love of money, not money. Money's just a tool. The love of money is a root of all kinds of evil. It is through this craving that some have wandered away from the faith and pierced themselves with many pangs. It is a tragic situation, what this woman is doing. But I am telling y'all, this is part of the hustle. Notice who was one of the first ones to get up and digitally give their $1,000. Did y'all see it? So you may have not been paying attention, but there was a part in the previous clip, and I don't have the exact timestamp, but notice one of the first ones to get up and digitally give their $1,000, it was Jamal. It was Big Pimpin' himself. And he had to be one of the first ones to get up because he has to lead by example. They all know that Jamal is doing well for himself. Hey, it is what it is. They see them ugly designer suits. Yes, they are ugly. And then all of the other expensive trappings. And psychologically, Jamal had to do that to send the right message. If he's given $1,000, it's going to encourage others to follow suit. And it's going to make him look like, I'm not part of the hustle. I'm here. Sister Cindy said we need to give 1,000. I'm doing my part digitally. Yes, I'm doing. Y'all, I used to make up all kinds of excuses when I was in churchianity to explain away the fact that I was being used and spiritually abused for filthy lucre. Like, I had former co-workers of mine who would point out the prosperity pimping of Bishop Long, and I would defend it. Yes, I would defend it by saying, oh, well, he doesn't even take a salary, right? He just gets a love offering, right? So he can't be manipulating us for money, right? He's not on salary. Or I would say, well, he just gives his tithes just like we do, which was true. But y'all, I was so blinded to the fact that they would call these money lines like this all the time. And the amount of cash that was thrown on that altar, what y'all don't realize, and that all of us were blind to, and we really wasn't thinking through it when it was happening, all that cash is being placed up there on the altar. Y'all, it's not tracked. The cash outside of, and it's not in an envelope. No, it's not tracked. It's not tracked or tied to any particular person. So the church can easily, they don't really have to report that money without any fear of running into any IRS problems. So the idea to come bring your gift right here, lay it at the apostles' feet. Y'all, there's nothing spiritual. I understand the biblical example that they're saying, their money was laid at the apostles' feet, but they didn't have an internal revenue service. Well, they kind of did. They had Rome. But the point I am making is that a lot of times, a lot of this trickery is done and it has nefarious intent, or these consequences, unintended consequences that actually benefit the people on the receiving end. The schemes that these people participate in to get bread out of your pocket, it is ridiculous and evil. But these people are not victims, unfortunately, right? They're getting fed the exact product that they came there for. But y'all, she has to minimize just how much money $1,000 is by saying, this is what you use to take your BFF out to dinner or lunch or brunch or whatever she said, to make it seem like it's no big deal. You got it. It's $1,000. And then listen, most of the people who attend Newburgh, they are working class people trying to make $1 out of 15 cents. Okay, they robbing Peter to pay Paul, and then sometimes they can't even rob Peter because Paul he ain't got it, right? Like, these people just don't have $1,000 of just discretionary spending to hand over to Cindy Trim. But the people who are over there at Newburgh, because she just told them that they're multi-trillionaires, whatever, and because she's minimized this $1,000 as if it's just some pocket money, right? Some of these people, they are going to rise to the occasion. And they're going to give it because they want to believe the lie. See, you can't get to the next level in this false spiritual paradigm without believing in your mind that the things she has already said are true about you. Yes, false faith is huge in this system. And the reason why I call it false faith is because the object of their faith is not in Christ alone and in his provision. The object of their faith is the stuff. So they're decreeing and declaring. You're blabbing it and grabbing it and the stuff in their minds. And they are good at this giving thing, because in their minds, they are in good faith giving this money so that the harvest of what they are asking for can be materialized in real life. Now, it rarely ever does happen that way. Well, I don't know about y'all. For me, there was more deficits than it was increase, right? But they keep trying to convince you to keep the faith that it is going to happen to you. This time next year, you won't be broke no more. And then you forget that was the prophecy. And then this time next year, you like, oh, but I'm still broke though. Why I ain't got it? I'm still broke, right? So